The Ball brothers are taking over high school and college basketball. Lonzo Ball at UCLA, LaMelo Ball, and who am I missing? LiAngelo Ball, Chino Hills High School. They all played together as a senior, junior, and freshman last year at Chino Hills. And there's a compilation we'll get to in just a minute from Ball's life that is pretty awesome when it came to when they weren't scoring 100 points. It was solely because one of the Ball brothers wasn't on that night. But let's start with LaMelo Ball, because the video that went viral, at least this morning, we're shooting this on Tuesday morning, I think it's going up on Wednesday, is LaMelo Ball pointing to the half-court line, pulling up from half-court in a high school game and draining it. Now, that pretty much falls into the category that Steph Curry is ruining everything. That's a joke. Calm down. And an exaggeration. But, you know, before Steph Curry, Noah was pulling up from half-court. You shouldn't be pulling up from half-court anyway. However, I guess the ends justify the means. Count it, 3 points, move on. And at least it made high school basketball a little bit more exciting for the record. On top of that, there's also Lonzo Ball, right? So, well, first, here's the LaMelo Ball video. So we move forward because there's also the Ball compilation, basketball. There's so many different names you can do with this. There's like the ballbros.com that you can go check them out. They're all going to be great college basketball players. Lonzo Ball's probably going to get drafted in like the top 5 or top 6, at least his early projections say so. So here's a video of all 3 of them playing together, also from Ball's life, with a little 30 seconds of compilation. The music, it says on the video for the record, is not the music. We can't use that, so I dropped royalty free underneath it, just so you don't get confused and that the music was not being credited accordingly. And lastly, Lonzo Ball. So UCLA basketball at the forefront with another major NBA prospect. You know, Russell Westbrook, we talked about him recently, Kevin Love. Their history of players recently on top, Zach LaVine on top of everybody else historically is a tremendous resume in terms of guys that come out of UCLA and make great NBA players. Lonzo Ball could be the next one. Here's his statistics through this year. He's making at least the first half of college basketball pretty interesting. For the most part, college basketball really doesn't get any storyline until conference play starts and we get into bracketology and the tournament. And the tournament comes in for 1 month, and 1 month out of the year, it dominates all of the sports headlines as one of the most fun things that happens in sports all year long. Lonzo Ball stats through this year. What stands out to me so much about this is the well-roundedness. He's not lighting up the scoring, but he's doing it at a remarkably efficient rate. 53% from the field. He's knocking down 2 3-pointers out of 5 pretty much per game, which is going to make any shooting scout drool. 8.3 assists and 5.8 boards. His game log, his points have fallen off, but look at the rest of the numbers. 3 steals in his 8-point game with 9 assists and 9 boards, 13, 7, and 10. That's like you're nearing triple-double numbers in college. That's not necessarily unheard of. Dwayne Wade dropped one on Marquette when he did it over Kentucky, and I believe the Sweet 16 or the Elite 8 when he was in the NCAA tournament. However, it's pretty rare to see that kind of stat padding, and they beat the #1 team in the nation back on December 3rd in Kentucky, 97-92. So UCLA's for real, Lonzo Ball's for real, and it seems like, from what we can, put together, that the Chino Hills, the remainder of the Ball brothers, LaMelo, and LiAngelo. LeVar is the father when it comes to it. So don't get the Ball bros confused. But in general, don't pull it from half court unless you know you're going to make it like one of the Ball brothers. And we'll see what happens with the NBA draft as we get closer. Keep your eye on all 3 of these guys. They're fun. They're exciting. They're going to be around, I think, for a while when it comes to the high school and college game. And how cool would it be? You get all 3 of them in the NBA at the same time? That'll be a nice story. That'd be kind of cool. It'd be way more exciting than the Plumlees. There's like 7 Plumlees. There's like 9 Plumlees. There might be 13 Plumlees. For all we know, there's probably more coming, and they're going to play for like Duke. All right, comment below, like, favorite, subscribe. Where is Lonzo Ball getting drafted? Way too early to tell, but let me know. Comment below, like, favorite, all that stuff. We'll see you next time.